Good day, hero of Mournhold and Dishan. I hate to interrupt your victory, but I'm here to request your assistance. Dark times befall Shadowfen. Dark times indeed. Murders and disappearances in Stormhold, and the Vice Cannons can't find a culprit. The Vice Cannons need an outside party to help due to certain political complications. Vice Cannon Hronda expects me to send help. Head south. Once you run out of good dry land, go a bit further and you'll hit Stormhold. Locate Vice Cannon Hronda there. He'll direct you. I could tell you where to find the only decent meal in town, but that's probably not what you mean. What do you want to know?
We've got the raiders on the run. Didn't hurt that their machines turned against them. Raiders attacked our caravan. They had dwarven machines with them, like spiders. They ambushed us. We should have been slaughtered, but then the attack broke off. Something went wrong. The spiders suddenly attacked everybody and everything. We captured one of the raiders in the chaos. She's wearing the insignia of House Drez. One of our Dunmer great houses. There's rivalry between the houses, but not open conflict. You're an outsider. Maybe the prisoner will talk to you. We're holding her up the road in the ruined tower.
You look like you can handle yourself. You have to help me. The other guards went after the raiders, but one of those dwarven things wounded me.
What a mess. We were attacked on the way to Narcissus. Drez raiders with dwarven machines came out of nowhere. They took our cargo crates and one of the Drez leaders even took the manifest. As if he could use it.
I don't want any more of my carriers hurt. But I must recover the manifest and at least part of the cargo. The house noble who owns this cargo will flay me alive if I come back empty-handed. The raiders took everything up the hill.
I'm not getting paid enough for this. Ethis Omalor of House Drez hired us to attack the caravan. He had something to make the machines from the ruins fight alongside us. I don't know. It was like a magic wand, only metal. But the cursed thing blew up and the machines went berserk, attacking everybody. You aren't going to kill me, are you? I don't want to die. Can't you say I cooperated? Drez raiders are going to the entrance of Mizathums to ambush the Lalu guards. If you move fast, you can save them.
Say, I'm good at this. Maybe I will become a healer.
You're back! Any luck finding my cargo? This is very nearly everything. I can't believe it. My employer might even be lenient. You saved me. You didn't have to help, but you did. Thank you.
When I saw those Drez raiders closing in, I thought we were done for. But you sure sliced a path through them. Maybe you can help me figure out what those fetchers are up to. Ha! That explains why the constructs turned on the raiders. I saw someone in Drez livery enter the ruins. He was fiddling with some kind of relic. I'd wager he's Ethis Omalor, the leader of this raiding party. I'm not above giving the Dres some payback for the damage they've caused. I need to clean up out here, but I want that Omalor fetcher who ran inside. Feel like doing some hunting?
You there? I could use some help. You there? Did Mayra send you? I discovered this resonating thing on one of the smashed constructs. I think these resonators are how that Dres rod controlled them. Not as much as I'd like, but I think the constructs received their orders from the rod through those resonators. The spheres cannibalized dead spiders for parts. What if we interfered with that process? Exactly. So if you smash any spheres or spiders, take their resonators, you can bring them to me for study. While you're at it, destroy any repair stations you see. Then they can't make more resonators. All right?
Excellent. A person who walks instead of rolls. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yes, of course. Wait, blast it. You're with the caravan, aren't you? Look, I know when I'm backed into a corner. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Just help me get out of here alive. I did what I was told. Magistrix Fox gives orders, not reasons. She supplied the rod to control the constructs, but it malfunctioned during the ambush. After that, the spiders attacked everything. I ran for it and hid down here. From the sound of it, my raiders got caught between the Hlalu and the spiders. You're going to get me out of here, right? Fine by me. Better them than these walking buzzsaws. Lead the way.
You're back. Did you manage to deal with our dwarven problem? Well done. Another menace successfully overcome. I love it when that happens. Can I have the resonators? I want to examine them. Maybe I can figure out a way to craft a defense against the constructs, in case something like this happens again.
I'll make it. Don't you worry.
I can't believe you brought Omalor out for us. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. So, he's under the impression he's been rescued. We'll have to correct that. I appreciate your help. Though when we're done with him, I doubt Omalor will be very happy.
You're not supposed to be here, are you? How did you manage to get here? You must have had quite a swim. Sadly, that skill doesn't qualify you to attend the academy. Ah, so you understand simple Tamrielic. Good. I'll keep it short. You, outsider, leave or else. It's Shadistula, the Academy of Magic. Only the most promising members of the Pact are invited to attend. On your way now. Down to the docks and speak to the boatmaster. He'll take you back to Mournhold.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
If you want to return to Mournhold, just let me know. I exist on this plane to serve. Because the Academy couldn't find a living person who could tolerate rowing spoiled mages in training back and forth all day long. Plus, I owe the Academy a debt I won't be able to repay in 100 lifetimes. So here I am. You got it, Your Majesty.
You must be invited to enter the Shadistula Academy of Magic. You don't seem the type. Still, I've known unassuming students who achieved great success. It's not that simple. Candidates are carefully selected after months of observation, unless, of course, they pre-qualify by wealth or birth. There, you see? You've pre-qualified by wealth. This invitation has your name on it. Or it will, once you add it.
Must I repeat myself? This vessel is only for those who have been invited to attend the Shadistula Academy of Magic. Yes, yes, you're something special. Come aboard and prepare yourself to enter a realm of wondrous magic and magical wonders. Now sit down and hold on, Your Majesty.
I hate boats. All the rocking and back and forth and back and...
I have little time to waste.
I told you you shouldn't have eaten right now. Oh my, that's just...
Our friend looks more blue than usual.
I hate you both so much right now.
Welcome to Shadistula, proud training ground for the next generation of House and Pact leaders. May I see your invitation? Ah, yes. The Archmage asked me to expect you. He's been waiting for you to arrive. No need to be worried. The Archmage has visions about people all the time. It's one of his many, many gifts. Please, report to Archmage Verlaine right away. My pleasure. The Academy trains promising magic users to become great scholars, charismatic leaders, and mighty heroes. It's sponsored by the great houses, and this is the first season that we're accepting candidates from all Pact nations. What a silly question, of course not. The Mages Guild has too many ties to the enemy alliances. The Academy is strictly a training ground for future leaders of the Ebonheart Pact.
Welcome, student. Study hard and you'll do well, I'm sure.
Let me tell you about the Academy grounds. Pay attention. There will be a test. Instruction halls occupy the eastern building. The testing field to the west provides a safe place to practice your spells.
I expect my students to strive for excellence. I demand brilliance, determination, and eagerness to embrace the ineffable mysteries of our noble calling. Do not doubt what was meant to be. Powers beyond our comprehension set things in motion, and all we can do is take the ride. I saw you in my visions. You have come to protect the Academy. That part of the vision remains clouded. Nonetheless, here you are, and we must get ready. I need to confirm your sensitivity to magic. The lights in the next chamber form a test of sorts. Only the most sensitive individuals can see them. Touch the vision orb behind me. Watch the pattern play out. Simply repeat the order by touching each of the spheres. If you make a mistake, you may start over. I knew you could do it. Well done. Now to business. Something threatens this academy, but your presence here will save the day. I have seen it in a vision. You've seen it. War and disease ravage our lands. We're surrounded by enemies, yet still we tear at each other's throats. Our students will help change that. And you will keep them safe so they can fulfill their destiny. We will figure that out together. Though the invitation didn't start out in your hands, that's where it ended up. You were meant to be here. A great danger approaches this academy, and you will save us from this disaster. I have foreseen it. Now I must find a way to comprehend what monumental task you've been sent here to accomplish. Until my visions reveal your ultimate destiny, I have a favor to ask. It may seem trivial, but I assure you it's important. 3 students arrived with you. The Dunmeri Lena and Tedros, and the Nord, Hadmar. It is your solemn duty to make sure they pass their initiation tests. Before you arrived, my visions revealed those 3 to me. They are to play an important part in future events directly related to the success of the Pact. Help them. They must pass their tests and complete their training.
Find the amulet, she said. Use the wand, she said. What if it sets things on fire? I could burn the whole academy to the ground. Oh, you know I'd never burn anything, right? It's just a figure of speech. I can't fail my initiation test. I couldn't face being sent home. An instructor said one of these shadow clerks has a magic amulet. Ate it, probably. I'm supposed to use this wand to focus my magic on the clucks and find the amulet. Actually, I'm afraid to find out. You don't seem at all timid. Would you do it? Please find the amulet. I can't fail this test. All those feathers flying. Mother Morrowind. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. Don't worry about it. It was hilarious. I'll take the amulet to the instructor right away. I owe you one.
What rubbish. Fish magic from a pond? They vex buttocks. What does that even mean? I'm not helpless, you know. I can do this. Ugh, never mind. I give up. I'm not getting sent home over some stupid fish that doesn't exist. You want to help? Fine. Well, you can either fill this pond with fish so I can actually catch one, or figure out what these orbs do. They gave me a book, but it just contained some stupid riddle. I threw it on that table over there. What am I, a child? I'm going to be a commander in a house army, or maybe an advisor to the pact leaders. They should have just given me a spell I could cast.
What do you want?
By the three, what's happening? What is that thing? You did it.
to Shada Stula. Here you will learn to master your innate abilities.
Asked me to do one simple thing. Bring student rats back to instruction hall. But Hadmar can't do anything right. My spell went wrong. The instructor said to round up the little ones, bring them back safe, and we'll get them fixed. But, well, one got away and climbed on top of that big rock. Oh, Hadmar is so ashamed. Hadmar is scared of heights. Oh, why did Little Rat climb so high? I crafted a totem. Makes a helper fly up to get Rat, but no one wants to be Hadmar's helper. You would be helper? Oh, thank you. Face big rock in front of Hadmar, activate totem, then climb and grab nice little rat. But be careful. If you point the wrong way, you'll fly someplace wrong. Is little friend safe? Oh, Little Rat is safe. Now Hadmar won't get beaten with rakes. Like at home. Good, good, good. I'll take little friends back to get fixed up right away.
There you are. I feared you'd been kidnapped by forces from beyond. So I heard. Well done. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. But don't get too comfortable. Matters of grave urgency loom on the horizon. While you assisted my students, I had another vision. I see that your fate is fundamentally tied to the Chaosbringer, Magistrix Vox. However, alas, I've seen nothing beyond the Chaosbringer's name. Something interferes with my forevision, blocking my efforts at every turn. I suspect we are opposed by mighty forces beyond mortal ken. We must take appropriate measures. I'll gather the students and make sure the grounds are secure. I'd like you to use the trapdoor to investigate the library vaults. I haven't heard from the librarian, and that fills me with nameless apprehension. Search the library below and find the librarian. She hasn't responded to my calls. I fear something foul stalks my academy. Even without a head, sometimes the serpent takes a long time to die. The Maw-born cultists are still out there. Perhaps that's what's triggered my visions.
Ah, the lane. You walked right into my trap. Wait, who are you? Another student? Another new Malborn soldier?
Oh, good. You're finally awake. You were unconscious for hours. At least it seemed like hours. How do you feel? I was worried about you. Shadowstool has been overrun. The last of the Malborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast some kind of spell to enslave the students. That's what it looks like. That spell didn't work on us. Don't know why. We carried out the Archmage's orders, but then the Malborn caught us and threw us in here with you. When the trouble started, he gave us some arcane items and told us to find places to hide them. Then he went off on some mission of his own. I'm glad you're awake. Can you get us out of here? Whatever you plan on doing, you have my full support. Just know that. Shadowstool has been overrun.
This is terrible. The Academy's in danger. The Archmage is missing, and I'm locked in here with you. The Malborn General himself. One of the senior students recognized him. Said he was Darvason. Used to be the Archmage's assistant. Who knows? He muttered something about looking for Hadmar and a familiar. What do you think the Malborn want us for? I was afraid to. There are guards out there. Maybe you could check it, discreetly.
Ah! Leave me alone. Don't hurt me.
What was that?
Back away from gate. Coming through.
This must be the familiar the Archmage told us about.
Sent to rescue you. Master sent me to make sure you're safe. You smell all right. Look funny, though. I open portal and we go find Big Lord. Name Hatmir, or Hatmead. I forget. Mortals have dumb names. No matter. Come, come. We go now. Big Nord hides in building next to where we appear. They stay here. Master says he doesn't want them to be dead yet. I get them when time comes. No worry. Time to go. I come back for other two later.
subject of Sithis.
Hadmar's glad to see you. Archmage said you'd be here soon, and here you are. Hadmar isn't sure. One moment I was walking to instruction hall, next moment, boom! Hadmar knocked on backside. Woke up in here with Archmage standing over me. He said, wait for you to show up. I waited, and you showed up. Yes, he told me to set up my totem near Big Rock outside. Lena hid her lockbox high up on top of rock. Lockbox is very important. We must find lockbox and bring it to Lena. Just outside. You use totem to reach the lockbox while Hadmar stays on ground. Then we'll find Lena.
Wait, where am I? Why are we up so high? That blasted Banekin. It could have warned me. The lockbox, right. The Archmage tinkered with my wand and told me to hide it up here. That was just before Darvason tossed me in that cell. I still can't believe the Archmage's old assistant is the Molbon General. He said we'd need the wand, but he didn't say why. Wait, I know. The Molbon have occupied the library vaults and sealed the door. And what makes the best spell of unlocking? Burnt scamp hide and illusion dust, of course. You can use my wand to scorch the scamps. And illusion dust is the residue of illusory monsters. With enough of each, we can prepare a spell to get us through to Darvason. We'll need Tedris, though. That spell is his specialty.
About time you summoned me. I thought you'd leave me sitting in that cell forever. You heard correctly. If I had the right ingredients, that is. But getting them will be tricky, considering the Moorborn occupy the Academy. Illusion, dust, and burnt scamp hide. Perfect. Just give me a moment and... there we go. I'll wait up here. You know, to keep your escape route clear. Now go find the Archmage and put an end to that Darvason.
Jagged lens.
You're awake. Oh, I was so worried. I'm so glad you're all right. You shattered the jagged lens and broke the spell. The few Molborn who were left were totally outnumbered, and they ran for it. The Archmage had us bring you up here. I've been watching over you. You know, as a friend. Safe as gore apple pie, thanks to you. And you weren't even supposed to be here. I heard how you got your invitation. And now we're all alive because you broke the rules. I'll have to think about that. Don't give me that look. I was worried about you, that's all. Oh, and before I forget, the Archmage wants to speak to you. He's right outside.
Good to see you up and around. I knew you'd be fine, but Lena wouldn't leave your side. You gave her a good scare. Unfortunately, yes. That's how he knew about the jagged lens. In fact, I found him experimenting on a student with the lens when I relieved him of his duties. He was furious when I expelled him from the academy. It was a relic from the migration from Somerset, still in its original site in the underground temple. Tamper with it? Remove it? Unthinkable! Still, don't feel bad that you destroyed it. You did what had to be done. Yes, though we lost a few students and instructors in the fight. The fact that the lens was buried below the library vaults was one of our greatest secrets. Darvason used that knowledge to aid the Moorborn. Quite so. They're running out of loyal troops. When Darvason told them about the lens, they saw it as the solution to all their problems. If Darvason could turn our students into soldier slaves, the Moorborn would be back in business. For you, here, yes. But I don't need a vision to know that you still have unfinished business out there. Anyway, I'd like to thank you. And there's one more thing. The students you helped want to speak to you. They're waiting at the docks. I think they want to say goodbye.
wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know. You have things to do. Important things. We just heard about everything you did before you arrived here. But we didn't want you to forget us. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you remember the Academy. Now, where did I put it? Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It works better for you anyway. Remember me when you use it.
I don't make much progress.
You know, I think... I shouldn't have stood up. Look how swollen that ankle is. Resting my twisted ankle, I was sent to Mournhold to get help for Master Rastin, but an Aelit chased me into the swamp. Stupid Aelit. Please, go to our trading post and speak to Tevini Hadran. She could really use your help. Master Rastin went to talk to the leaders of the Mabragash tribe, and never came back. Tevini can tell you more, if you're interested.
I miss Ebonheart. I wish I was home. Master Rastin Vendil is missing. He went into the Mabragash camp to make a trade deal. It seems he, misread the mood of this tribe. Something went wrong. I wish we'd never come to the Vale of the Ghost Snake. Ashlanders, but even more isolated than most, worship some snake spirit. Rastin wants to trade for their unique snakeskin leather. They won't tell me anything right now, probably because I'm part of House Hlaalu. Maybe they will talk to you. I heard that the Farseer calls the shots, but Rastin dismissed the notion. He wants an exclusive deal for the beautiful leathers the Mabragash make, and he may have overstepped. Rastin was speaking to Gulikan Heronot the last time I saw him.
Thank Vivek you stopped the Covenant from summoning Sadar.
The last fool that visited us managed to offend almost everyone in the village. Please don't say you're here to finish the job. Outsiders have no place here. The House Hlaalu Highlands should pack up and go. The trader is in Farseer Bodani's hands now. That thought also occurred to me. You think strategically, and I can appreciate that. The trader insulted the Farseer, and her anger may bring more unwanted attention to the Vale. Talk to wise woman Iru Ahan. She might be willing to help you. If you must. We don't make up stories just to frighten outsiders. This Vale is an ancient place, protected by an ancient entity. The Mabragash have served that entity for many generations. That ignorant outsider, let's just say that he mocked us and made the Farseer very angry. He will serve the Ghost Snake. The Farseer will make sure of that. We do not welcome outsiders, but we treat them with courtesy if they respect our ways.
If you so much as breathe on me, I will feed you to the snakes. I have had my fill of Outlander men. The merchant isn't your concern. His fate is in the hands of the Farseer and the Ghost Snake. Still, something disturbs the veil. I thought it was the merchant, but now the signs and portents point to you. The signs and portents are all around us, influencing events. Can you not see them? If you want my advice, you should... Wait, what's that? Your presence has aroused the serpent-bound.
What madness is this, restless spirits? Why have you left the sanctity of the coiled path? Be calm, spirits. Trust in the wisdom of the ghost snake.
This is an outrage! I want to speak to the man in charge of this tribe, you crazy woman!
Another outsider. But this one. I have seen this one in my visions. We must speak. I'm not sure if I should welcome you or curse you. This fool has pestered our hunters, importuned our wise women, and insulted me by demanding to speak to the man in charge of our tribe. I brook no challenges to my authority, or disruptions to the Veil. I was going to take him to the Ghost Snake, but all that changed when you arrived. I have seen a vision of you upon the coiled path. You have a role to play in deciding the fate of this man and our Veil. There is something unusual about you. I sense it, and certainly the Ghost Snake knows of you. Talk to this man. Take his measure. Then speak to me when you're ready to face the trial of the Ghost Snake.
I'm a master trader from House Lalu. I'm welcome everywhere, but these people want to sacrifice me to some snake. How should I know? I'm an honest merchant. I just wanted to set up a little trade agreement with the tribe. They make some gold, we make some gold, everybody wins. Next thing I know, they tie me up and act like I committed some crime. I was soaking up the local flavor, if you know what I mean. These Mavrikash ladies are lovely, but my flirting made that witch Badani mad. Besides, they refused to let me speak to the man in charge. Why are they being this way? Well, I did ask the Farseer to summon her boss and get me a glass of Shane, but I asked nicely and everything. Don't let them feed me to the snake. I didn't do anything wrong. I hope she listens to reason. She acts like she's in charge, but she wouldn't even listen to my proposal. Trade proposal, mind you, not a marriage proposal. Those snake hides would earn them plenty of gold. Plenty of gold for all of us.
Back in.
Of course, of course. Care to join me? Oh, never mind. I'm going.
I see shifting shadows. And what do you think of that, man? Yet he managed to offend and insult nearly everyone. My visions tell me that you will decide this man's fate, as well as the fate of my tribe. You will walk the coiled path and seek counsel with the Ghost Snake. Follow the coiled path to the Fang Spires. Collect exactly 8 bog rats along the way to make a proper offering. Few ever reach the spires. Serpent-bound ghosts will challenge you every step of the way. They already sense your presence. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of Merchant and Mobrigosh alike. But you must speak to the Ghost Snake. The coiled path begins just outside the village, but know that the Serpent-bound will block your way. The ghost snake has a taste for bog rats. They make a proper offering. But only if you bring exactly 8 of the plump creatures to the Fang Spires. Do not question the will of the ghost snake. Besides, that's exactly the number of rats that fit in the bag I gave you. More than that I cannot say. The mystery of the sacred number is not for the ears of an outsider.
offering pleases me. The warm blood was sent by those who honor and protect this veil. Most curious. Every path leads in two directions, into light and into darkness. Light and dark, good and evil, sunlight and shadow. Two sides to all things, little warm blood. Let me show you. The warm blood is skillful and cunning. The Marbrigash must make their own choices. Connect with the world outside or remain isolated. It is never only light or shadow. As long as they honor my kin and I, they are free to do as they please. Some can stay isolated in the Veil, or some may choose the outside world. Two sides of the same path. The merchant's presence has already changed the Veil. What happens next is inevitable. I am the Ghost Snake. I am both constant and ever-changing. One thing to you, another perhaps to the Marbrigash. Aid the Marbrigash as you will. The choice is yours to make. I can send you back to the Farseer. She waits for you at her tent.
You walked the coiled path and survived? Has the Ghost Snake spoken? Ghost Snake is wise, but inscrutable. I had hoped he would demand that we bring the merchant to him. It's no coincidence that you arrived at the same time as the merchant. You are bound up in this. You must help us decide. I crafted a snake totem representing the entwined fates of the Marbrigash and the merchant. Get it from my tent. I will have the merchant brought here. A decision must be made. Our fate depends upon it. Now you must choose. If the Marbrigash are to remain isolated, place the totem in the fire. If we are to change our ways and trade with the Hlalu, give the totem to the merchant. I know only that it will change us. Whether for good or ill, only time will tell. He will remain in the Veil, serving the Ghost Snake. A decision must be made. Now you must choose. If the Marbrigash... I know only that seek guidance where you would. Speak to my people. the merchant, or even the merchant's assistant if you wish. But then you must choose.
I'm a respected House Lalu merchant. How dare they treat me this way? So they treat me like some sort of criminal? I've been nothing but respectful, and trade would help them. Of course I benefit. I'm a merchant. Trading is what I do. How about this? Propose a limited trade agreement on their terms, and I'll agree to keep other traders away from the Vale.
Our fate rests in your hands. By your next action, our fate will be sealed. If the Mabrigosh are to grant access to the Vale, give the totem to the merchant. If we are to remain isolated, tending the Vale without outside interference, burn the totem in the fire. My vision was clear. Your actions will affect our future, perhaps in ways we cannot yet see. Tevini spoke with Iruahan and made that same suggestion. A sly ploy. Clever. I admire that. I would be willing to deal with a smart woman who respects and understands our ways. Roston will remain our guest while we finalize details with the female trader. We have ways to make sure he never speaks of us again. But have no fear. He will be released shortly. Pity. He would have served the ghost snake well.
How can I work in these... Hello, traveler. I'm Selphora's healer. Not that it means much now. This disaster has left me short on supplies. All I've got left are bloody rags and soothing words. Almost everything. Herbs, poultices, bandages. We weren't prepared for this. There are supplies scattered throughout Selphora. Were you able to find any supplies? Thank the three, and thank you, friend. Now I can do something to help these injured people.
Oh no, my poor wasps. You startled me. I thought you were a Khajiiti pirate. I couldn't just leave the wasps. I made a mixture that fooled them into thinking we're part of their hive. I thought they'd be wonderful guard creatures, but not so much. But I've got a new formula that should turn them into an angry army. Let's see, a half-dozen wasp gizzards. But then you would have to get to my hut on the shore to make the concoction. I left my alchemy journal there. I thought the wasps could be useful. I had some success with the process, as you can see by my sweet Chezik here. But they are skittish creatures, especially when they reach their full size. I don't, I'm afraid, but there are plenty of wasps in the field. I'm sure you'll have no trouble collecting what you need. My hut has everything you need. A calcinator, an alembic, a mortar, and all the essentials. My alchemy journal should also be there. Just follow the instructions and you'll be good to go. Don't worry, my journal contains all the details. I wrote everything down. Ever since that accident with the fire salts and ectoplasm, my memory has been a bit shaky. Or was it fire salts and fly amanita? I can never remember exactly.
You're back, and you're not full of stinger holes. I heard their angry buzzing from here, and the yelps of the Khajiit. That's wonderful. You would make a good alchemy apprentice, but some other time. I've too much to do right now.
Flea-bitten, mangy Khajiit. Those opportunistic, vile, simpering creatures are unworthy of the lives they possess. I'm watching the pirates and letting my anger rise like the ocean at high tide. The Khajiit must pay for their attack on our village, but my courage hasn't yet reached the level of my anger. I demand vengeance. Burn their boats, kill the bastards, but most of all, get their wretched captain. I want Captain Sadir dead. He sleeps in his ship's rigging while we suffer. Ring the ship's warning bell to wake the cur. Here, use this torch to burn their boats. So, the Argonians of Silent Mire. Peaceful, meditative, calm, accepting. Well, not me. Our home was attacked. My friends killed. Of course I'm angry. Vengeance will make me feel better. So pile those cat corpses high.
here? Who has made me fall from my high place?
You look a little blood-stained. Smells like Khajiiti blood. Smells like victory. Then perhaps you understand how delicious revenge can be. Every insult and every slight must be returned in kind. You honor us, friend. Take this, and kill any who may wrong you.
Leave me to my grief. Let me see that. By the three. My poor, darling Risa. I miss her so much. We had such an argument before she left. That was the last time I saw her. But to finally find out what happened to her, to get her amulet, it makes the pain a little less intense. I'll wear it always, to remember my beautiful, brave Risa. Thank you so much for easing an old woman's grief.
Poor mother. My sorrow is great to have caused you pain. I wish you would not breathe any longer.
Hold there. Visitors to Taldaic Fortress must adhere to protocol. We have very strict rules here. You should immediately report to General Gavrin Redoran at Taldaic Keep on the far side of the compound. A word of advice? The General has been somewhat erratic lately. Don't ask him too many questions. Let's just say he's been somewhat unpredictable, and he sees spies around every corner. You don't want to get him angry, trust me. Beatings, extortion, taking whatever they damn well please. Someone should stand up to those thugs. Shh, not so loud. You're gonna get me in trouble. The Sentinels have sent more than a few soldiers to the healers for less. Besides, you're a stranger here. You shouldn't get involved. Well, the Sentinels certainly wouldn't expect you to challenge them. But they're a mean bunch. And deadly. Look, if you're determined to get involved, have a chat with Commander Talden in the training yard. He's their superior. Don't risk your neck on my account.
Just goes to show that no one is safe, I guess.
They've always had a mean streak. Don't get me wrong, they're great warriors. But ever since the General made them the camp enforcers, well, let's just say they've become overly enthusiastic. I probably shouldn't say any more.
You hear about Marcellus.
Aren't you done fixing that yet?
What can I do for you? Let me guess. You've been talking to Fervin. A decent cook, but doesn't have the sense Azura gave a sheep. He should learn to leave well enough alone. Just walk away. This isn't your concern. It's not up to me. General Garvin made them enforcers. That gives them the authority to do whatever they want. If I so much as mention it, I'm as good as dead. Sorry, but I'm not sticking my head through that particular noose. You could try. The Sentinels are all about power through intimidation. The only way to stop them is to beat them at their own game. Challenge their fiercest warriors to face you in combat. Defeat them, and you break their hold on the camp.
I don't think I received your tribute today. Pay up!
Another fool with a death wish. But for the sport of it, why don't you make the first strike? If it doesn't kill me, I'll finish you off quick. You don't look so tough.
Victory is yours. I submit. What do you want?
Another fool with a death wish. But for the sport of it, why don't you make the first strike? If it doesn't kill me, I'll finish you off quick. You don't look so tough.
Mercy. I yield.
You're standing too close. Another fool with a death wish. But for the sport of it, why don't you make the first strike? If it doesn't kill me, I'll finish you off quick. You don't look so tough.
Victory is yours. I submit.
I don't believe it. I thought the Sentinels would make mincemeat out of you. Ha! You surprised us all. Especially the Sentinels. I'd say their bullying days are over. Well played!
Don't be foolish, Captain. Boredom is the only danger these soldiers face.
General, we must enforce protocol.
Enough! Not another word about protocol, Captain. Remember your place. Don't just stand there with your mouth open. You're attracting flies. Speak! No matter how often I punish them, some of these soldiers must adhere to rules and regulations. Where's the fun in that, I ask you? Since you're here, I think we have a Nord spy in the fort. Expose this spy and I'll make you a captain. That's what makes this spy so dangerous. And never question my orders again. Never! Go expose Ragnar Stormcrag for the spy she is. I command it! Now get out of here, both of you. I have things to do.
You there! Hold a moment! What fresh madness has the General come up with today, hmm? Well, that's a new one. I've been the General's bodyguard for nearly a decade. If I was plotting against him, I think I'd have made my move by now. I'm risking my neck telling you this, but I don't know what else to do. I think the General's gone mad. One moment he sees traitors everywhere, the next he's canceling security patrols. There's no telling what crazy whim will spur him on next. I've devoted my life to protecting the General and helping the Pact. That's why I need to find out what's wrong with him. Maybe you can help me? The General ordered me to stay out of his quarters on the lower level. He's never done that before, and I want to know what he's hiding. He's posted a guard, but if you can get past him and search the room, maybe you can find out what's going on? Keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Something's not right here. I won't rest until we figure it out.
Move along. There's nothing to see here. Look somewhere else. These are the General's private quarters. He doesn't allow visitors. He hasn't been himself lately. That's true. All right. Here's the key to his locked furniture, but remember, I'm watching you.
Captain Derono, at your service. A moment is all I can spare, I'm afraid. The General is already greatly displeased with me. I wish I knew. I've always served dutifully, followed the will of the Tribunal, and defended the fortress with honor. I've even been enforcing the General's nonsensical orders, usually against my better judgment. I am a soldier, loyal to my house and the Ebonheart Pact. I am sworn to obey my superiors without question. I don't have the luxury of questioning orders, no matter how suspect. If I'm to be executed, so be it. Until then, leave me to my duty.
How goes your investigation? Any luck? The ruins by the river? The General had them sealed off and commanded that the place was off limits. Curiouser and curiouser. We need to find out more about the General's retainer. This Durel Gilveni. Why did the General send him into the ruins? And who are those others the note refers to, I was hoping you'd say that. If I disappear, someone might notice and raise an alarm. The entrance to the ruins is down by the river, beyond the mess tent. If you find anything of significance, take it directly to Captain Valek.
Get me out of here! Thank the three! You don't look like one of these mad Moorborn cultists. I'm Sir Riven, a soldier from the fort. I might have crept down to the river to enjoy a quiet drink away from my superiors. Well, don't look at me like that. Anyway, these stupid cultists grabbed me. Next thing I knew, I was locked in here. One of those Moorborn must have the key. And one more thing. One of them was carrying around a creepy Daedric book when they brought me in. They took it into the lower tunnels. If you get the book, I could use it to explain my absence.
Don't kill me! Someone help! I saw what you did to my fellow Moorborn. I don't want to end up like the others out in the Great Hall. We're the Moorborn. You can't order us around. We control your general. We control your fortress. You're too late to stop us this time. All right, don't kill me. I'll tell you what I know. The real general is dead. Sacrificed in the name of our great mistress, Magistrix Vox. We called forth a Daedric entity to replace him. The simulacrum wears his shape. It's a Dremora. It's here, in one of the chambers below. It visits the general's corpse there every few hours to maintain his form. Please, I've told you everything I know. Spare me. Stronger than these Moorborn is. Morrowind should be laid waste. Vox will break.
You're back! Did you get the key and the book? Oh, that's a relief. Now get me out and give me the book. I need to report in to Sergeant Marl. Maybe you could put in a good word for me? Tell him how brave I was? What? After all we've been through? Fine, fine, I'll deal with Sergeant Marl myself. If you can't say something helpful, just don't say anything at all. Saravin here has told me an interesting tale. Is he telling the truth? He says you were involved. That's more in line with the Saravin I know than the tale he told me. You did well by telling me the truth. I'll deal with Saravin. Hey, you nick-sound!
Where have you been? Where's the general? Of course! The general's madness, the strange sounds coming from the ruins. It all makes sense now. We were so blinded by protocol we couldn't see it. I'll assume command immediately and send troops to deal with the Maulborn. Thank you. Just like a headstrong Nord to throw protocol to the wind. Perhaps we could all learn from her. Excuse me, my friend. I believe I have an officer to promote. Ah, Stormcrag. Good timing. Come here.